We've all seen it at the gym. The person who looks like they were carved out of granite, huge muscles, incredible definition, yet they struggle to move a weight that someone half their size is throwing around with total ease. We've been conditioned to believe that the bigger the muscle, the stronger the human. But today, I'm going to show you why that's one of the biggest misconceptions in health and fitness. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. We're going deep into the master controller of your entire physical existence, the central nervous system, or CNS. We're going to explore why strength is actually a skill your brain learns, how to trick your nervous system into feeling like heavy weights are light as a feather, and why your brain is currently holding you back from your true power to save you from yourself. If you've ever hit a plateau or felt fried despite your muscles not being sore, this is for you. Please like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. Let's start with a foundational truth. Your muscles are just the meat that follows orders. Why is true physical strength a skill generated by the brain, not just determined by the physical size of your muscle? Think of your muscle as a massive light bulb. You can have a 500-watt bulb, but if your wiring can only deliver 50 watts of electricity, that bulb is never going to reach its full brightness. Strength is the electricity. It's the ability of your motor cortex to send a clean, high-voltage signal to your muscle fibers. In a landmark 2023 study published in the Journal of Neuroscience, researchers found that the initial strength gains in any new program, what we call newbie gains, are almost 100% neurological. Your muscles don't get bigger in those first few weeks. Your brain simply gets better at recruiting the muscle fibers you already have. You are learning to fire the muscle. This is why a gymnast, through years of neural practice, can generate more force than a bodybuilder with twice the muscle volume. They have mastered the skill of the neural drive. Have you ever wondered how the pros make their world record lifts look so snappy? They use a hack called post-activation potentiation. But how exactly does holding a heavy weight make your next set feel significantly lighter? Imagine you're trying to push a heavy door open. You lean into it with all your might. Then, someone suddenly opens it from the other side. You stumble forward because your body had already committed a massive amount of force to the task. Post-activation potentiation is the biological version of that. When you lift a weight near your maximum capacity, say 90% of your max, your nervous system enters a state of hyperarousal. It potentiates or primes every available motor unit to handle a massive load. A 2024 meta-analysis in sports medicine confirmed that if you follow a heavy, low-rep lift with a lighter, explosive movement, your performance in that second movement increases by up to 5 to 10%. Your brain is still thinking about the heavy weight, so it over-delivers the electrical signal to the lighter weight. You've tricked the system into overshooting its power delivery. We often talk about building muscle, but what about building the wires? How does lifting heavy weights in the 1 to 3 repetition range actually thicken the myelin sheath insulation on your motor nerves? Your nerves are like copper wires, and just like real wires, they need insulation to prevent the signal from leaking out. That insulation is called myelin. The thicker your myelin, the faster the electrical signal travels from your brain to your muscle. Research from 2023 on neural plasticity and resistance training has shown that high-tension, low-rep lifting, the kind of heavy work that requires absolute focus, acts as a signal for your body to increase myelination. When you demand maximum output from your nerves, your body responds by thickening that fatty insulation to protect the circuit and speed up the data transfer. You are quite literally upgrading your internal internet from dial-up to high-speed fiber optics. This is why strength is a permanent structural change in the nervous system that lasts long after you stop training. This is a phenomenon that frustrates many dedicated athletes. Why does central nervous system burnout happen even when you have zero physical muscle soreness? Muscle soreness is a hardware issue. It's microscopic tears in the tissue. But CNS fatigue is a software issue. Your brain and spine rely on neurotransmitters, chemicals like acetylcholine and dopamine, to send signals. When you train at high intensities for too long without proper rest, you deplete these chemical stores. A 2022 clinical review on central fatigue in sport found that when these neurotransmitters drop, the brain intentionally reduces the neural drive to the muscles. You might feel fine physically, no aches, no pains, but when you go to lift, The weight feels like a mountain. Your software is glitching. It's a protection mechanism. If you continue to push through this, you aren't just risking a bad workout. You're risking a systemic shutdown that can take weeks to recover from. Did you know you are actually much stronger than you think? It's true. How does the brain artificially limit your strength output to roughly 60% of your true capacity? Inside your tendons, you have tiny sensors called Golgi tendon organs, or GTOs. Their only job is to measure tension. If the tension becomes too high, if the brain thinks you might actually pull the muscle right off the bone, the GTO sends a stop signal to the spinal cord. It's like a circuit breaker that trips when the load is too high. Most of us operate at about 60 to 70% of our absolute biological limit. This is why, in life or death situations, people can lift cars off of trapped loved ones. The hysterical strength phenomenon. In those moments, the brain overrides the GTO safety brake. Through sustainable, heavy strength training, we can gradually retrain the GTOs to be less sensitive, allowing us to safely access 80% or 90% of our true potential without the system panicking. In elite power sports, the secret isn't just how many fibers you fire, but when you fire them. What is motor unit synchronization, and why does it give athletes superhuman power? An untrained muscle is like an orchestra where everyone is playing at different times. It's chaotic and weak. But a trained muscle is like that same orchestra playing the exact same note at the exact same millisecond. When you train for power, you are teaching your nervous system to synchronize the firing of your motor units. Instead of the muscle fibers staggering their contractions, they all surge at once. A 2024 study in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience highlighted that elite explosive athletes have a unique ability to synchronize their neural bursts. This creates a massive, instantaneous peak of force. This is why an Olympic lifter can look relatively lean, but move weights that would crush a much larger person. They have mastered the power of the surge. Before you hit a wall, your body will whisper to you. How do you recognize the subtle signs of a fried CNS before you push too far and cause a severe injury? The nervous system is the first thing to break and the last thing to heal. One of the most accurate daily tests for CNS health is your grip strength. Since your hands have a massive amount of representation in the brain's motor cortex, a drop in your morning grip strength is a direct signal that your neural drive is depressed. Other signs include a sudden drop in your heart rate variability, a lack of motivation to train, which is actually a dopamine depletion, and restless sleep where your body feels wired but your brain is exhausted. If you notice your grip is weak and you're feeling uncharacteristically irritable, your CNS is screaming for a deload or a few days of deep rest. Listening to these whispers prevents the scream of a torn tendon or a blown disc. Here is the doctor's verdict, the master of the machine. Your body is not just a collection of muscles and bones. It is a stunningly complex, electrical masterpiece. True health and true strength aren't about punishing your muscles into growth. They're about negotiating with your brain to unlock your true potential. When you understand that strength is a skill, that rest is a software update, and that your brain is always trying to protect you, you stop fighting your biology and start working with it. You have the power to thicken your internal wires, to synchronize your internal surge, and to move through the world with a level of resilience you never thought possible. Respect the wires, fuel the signal, and trust the process of neural adaptation. I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt that CNS fry? How did you recover? Let's start the conversation in the comments below. Stay sharp, stay resilient, and I'll see you in the next one. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.